Anyways, so let's take a look at this. U.S. lacks a clear strategy of Ukraine's war. A clear picture of Ukraine's war. Intelligence agencies know far more about Russia's military, even as the United States ships billions of dollars of weapons to Ukraine. Oh, we're sending billions of dollars of weapons that are now all these like Stinger missiles that can shoot down a 747 full of passengers easily. They're shipping these Javelin missiles by the thousands, by the 10,000. Okay. So basically this article, the entire article is basically them, if you ask the intelligence agency, well, what exactly is going on over in Ukraine? You're sending hundreds of billions of dollars worth of weapons and everything and aid and stuff. What exactly is going on there? What's happening to all the weapons? What's the progress report? I mean, this article here is basically the intelligence infrastructure of the United States of America going, I don't know. Avril Haines, wow, how's it going? The director of national intelligence. How's it going? What's going on? What do you do a status report? Avril Haines like, I don't know. We don't know nothing. Beats me. And you could see now Javelin missiles, the Stinger missiles and stuff appearing on the deep web illicit drug markets. I don't even know the names of those markets anymore. It used to be the Silk Road or whatever, the Alpha Bay or whatever the. There are illegal marketplaces on the Tor dark net. And let's see. Hold on. Yeah, okay, here we go. This is on sale. On the dark web. Hey, this is great because you see all these images of Russia capturing all these weapons. I mean, the United States is sending all these weapons over, and then Russia promptly kills the guys who are handling them and captures these weapon systems. Okay, but it's not just Russia capturing them. It's Ukraine is very well known to be the most corrupt outside of possibly Georgia over there, but the most corrupt nation in that region in Europe. Ukraine, most corrupt. So you're going to send 10,000 weapons that missiles that have the capability of taking down airliners, jumbo jets, and there's no control. They have no idea where they're going. And well, here's where they're going. Some of them are big discounts on weapons. This is on the Tor dark web, right? I'm imagining. I saw this image. I don't even know because I'm not. Yeah, I'm it's going to be difficult to be selling this in the clear web, right? From $30,000 for the Javelin weapon. And then I love this. The FGM-18 Javelin is a man-portable fire and forget, blah, blah, blah. Could go again, instant pre-order. I mean, can you imagine? You order this thing and FedEx brings it to you. And now you have a Javelin that you can take down God knows whatever you want, basically. Okay, here's another one. This is a Switchblade kamikaze drone. Here we go. You can't really see it because I have the image on dark, but 7,000 for the kamikaze drone. Look at that. It's got a bunch of pictures. 25 miles. Wow, look at that. 7,000. What a deal. That's a bargain, And then when you start seeing Stinger missiles, why sending Ukraine shoulder-fired missiles may end badly, said Forbes. Okay, so let's just scroll through all the bullshit. Hastily transferring portable weapons to an area known for criminal diversion of military hardware might end badly. And here's a kid, looks like he just got out of high school. Okay. Now, mind you, they're one of the poorest nations. So you got the most corrupt nation and the poorest nation, and you're sending them hundreds of billions of dollars of weapons that can shoot down jumbo jets full of vacationers. Ukraine has a big problem with weapons ending up in the wrong hands. And pilferage takes place on an industrial scale. Gee, nothing can go wrong here, guys. There are roughly 1.2 million illegal firearms in Ukraine and around 4 million illegal weapons. God knows how they know that. They don't have any idea of this. Many of them fully automatic military weapons, according to Small Arms Survey. That's about 1 in 10 people. Such arms are big business. Ukraine is believed to have one of the largest arms trafficking markets in Europe. Oh, that's great. While it has long been a key link in the global arms trade, its role has only intensified since the beginning of the conflict in the eastern Ukraine, according to the Organized Crime Index. And isn't that lovely? Most of the current flood of weapons in the black market can be traced to the previous round of conflict in the Ukraine, according to a 2021 report from the Small Arms Survey. These are typically items manufactured in the Soviet times and looted from military warehouses, frequently on the Russian side. Bullshit. Fortunately, the weapons appear to have stayed largely in Ukraine. Don't you believe it? Right? Because nobody has any money in the Ukraine. The idea is to sell them to people who have money, right? And get money, right? To change your life. Then you're not a poor person anymore. Then maybe you can buy a house, a land, a farm. You can get the lover you always wanted because you finally have a little bit of dough, right? Much of the problem comes from the weapons stashed by volunteer battalions. So these battalions get their hands on weapons, they dig a big hole, and they bury them, okay? One account describes how a man looking for mushrooms in the forest found a cache including a couple of RPG-18 anti-tank rocket-propelled grenade launchers, which he handed over to the police. Similar finds have been made in other secluded areas. Oh, isn't that nice? Some of them have ended up in the hands of criminals. Well, I will say that most of them probably are in the hands of criminals, right? Ukrainian authorities convicted George of rocket launchers. Okay, good. Oh, wait a second. Look at that. Including rocket launchers for a terrorist attack in France in 2016. Oh, okay, and here's a guy burying weapons. Okay. As a Small Arms Survey notes, the problem is not just a historic one involving outdated equipment. In a case in 2019, 2 Ukrainian soldiers attempted to sell a collection of weapons, including 15 RPG-22 rockets for just 75,000 Ukrainian hryvnia, around $2,900. That's a bargain, right? You can really fuck shit up for $2,900, man. In 2020, a member of the Ukrainian Armed Forces in Odessa stole several items, including grenades and anti-tank mines. Okay. The NLAW, the next generation light anti-tank weapons supplied by the UK, could be an attractive target for any thief. The shoulder-fired weapon has an advanced guidance system unlike the old RPGs and can hit a tank at 800 meters. Or it can hit a delivery truck, an armored vehicle full of money, somebody that you don't like, an ex-lover, or your ex-lover's new lover. There's a lot of uses for anti-tank missiles. Okay. Meanwhile, the U.S. has now given approval for Latvia and Lithuania and Estonia to re-export some of their American-supplied equipment, including man-portable Javelin anti-tank and Stinger anti-aircraft missiles to Ukraine. This way, they have to then buy them from us again, right? So they give their old stock, their aging stock to Ukraine, and then Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia place orders with Raytheon, and it's not as much of the burden on the U.S. taxpayer. Oh, how great. Trust me, the U.S. taxpayer is the one footing the bill for trillions of dollars worth of money printing. The U.S. taxpayers is on the tab is on them. Okay. I love this one. Of course, the in-laws, and other Western gear are likely to go to elite units and can be closely supervised wherever they are sent. Well, not according to Avril Haines down at the article at the New York Times, who when you asked her what's going on, when you ask the intelligence agencies of the United States of America, they go, I don't know. And you say, well, here we're saying in one article, they say, well, they're closely monitored. They're closely supervised as to what happens to these weapons. Well, not according to the New York Times, which says that the Pentagon is sitting there going, I don't know. I don't know what happens to it. Beats me. Yeah. According to the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, many of their arms now in the control of non-state groups in Ukraine fall into the hands of organized crime groups selling arms to Middle East, often through Odessa. Look, it's not going to be good. And I don't like to introduce concepts into the catalog of empirical truth, because I have this odd, terrifying feeling that I don't want to give these scumbags down in Israeli intelligence and the neocons and whoever is in the Pentagon who are the enemy. I don't want to give these fuckers any ideas, right? But the chances that they can then say, well, anyone, United States, the neocons, Israeli intelligence, can shoot down an airliner full of passengers, and they can say, well, it's the United States. They gave all these weapons. NATO did this. Russia could do this, right? Put the big on the missile. Put big, made in USA. Shoot! Oh, look at this! They shot down an airliner full of passengers, and then you fulfill this objective by Klaus Schwab, Bill Gates, and those fucking scumbags who should be killed to prevent travel. One of the main goals of the Great Reset is to prevent you from moving anywhere, especially on a jumbo jet going anywhere. Their objective is to knock out air travel for everyone except them. That's one of the key objectives of the United Nations and of these Jewish banking cartels who want this land all to themselves. And this is an old plan that goes back to the eco trusts and the environmental trusts back when Rothschilds started the nature trusts back in the year 1908 or something like this. The idea was they wanted to preserve the land not for conservation purposes. It's so that they have a nice place to picnic without your dumbass. So next time you're flying in a jumbo jet and it gets attacked by a missile and gets knocked right out of the sky, killing all 200 people on board, you have the United States neoconservative Jewish supremacists to thank for that. There is no force in Washington that is making these stupid decisions besides that and those people who are subservient to that agenda because they are getting paid through their precious fellowship. That's the only reason why we care about wasting the United States hegemonic position on Ukraine, while China does exercises with amphibious vehicles, amphibious landing craft. China, right now, while the World Economic Forum and the Jewish banking cartels who run that, right, are openly saying, while they have made statements in the past saying, like, look, the U.S. dollar and the United States is just in the way. We got to get them out of the way. They've made these statements. Oh, we could inject all people with this poison, but the U.S. dollar is troublesome. We have to get the U.S. dollar out of the way in order to have health for the world. This is the WHO. This is the WEF, World Economic Forum. Right? They're positioning themselves as the brokers for the Eurasian heartland, the Alfred Mackinder's geographic pivot of history. And it's a scam that everybody's going along with in Washington. Most have no idea of this. That was the neocon. That was the purpose of the neocons. The purpose and the function and the plan and the secret plan of the neocons always was to dismantle U.S. power while conning everyone into believing you were there to promote U.S. power. See how that works? Dismantle U.S. power, U.S. hegemony, and the economy. Dismantle it, destroy it, while all along convincing these idiots down at the State Department, these idiots in the U.S. military, these idiots in the intelligence, these idiots called senators and congressmen, these know-nothing idiots. Destroy America while convincing these idiots that you're there to protect America. And how did they get it? How did they get it through? Simple. With the political scumbags, the politicians, the senators and congressmen, just give them a donation to their campaign. That's how you get them to go along with it. They won't even know you're dismantling America. They will not even notice. They will not even notice that America is being destroyed. They won't notice it because the Jewish banking cartels who have put the money into their campaign contributions are telling them that all these things are good for America.